Here are the weapons and accessories that come with the Cobra Shock Trooper. The first one we'll go to is mentioned on the back on his ID clearance badge, and it's called the Sand Bat, which stands for Shock and Neutralize Electroshock Batons, right there. Then he's got a sledgehammer, gas mask. This is the High Impact Ballistic Body Shield. And then this one I'm going to say loosely is the LNWS, which stands for Laser Neutralization Weapon System. And there is something in our world when I talk a little bit more about this later that we have. So I'm going to say that this is like how they did with the Jungle Viper's gun. They're loosely basing this on something that we have in the real world, just like I was saying about the Jungle Viper. Then he has possibly a bulletproof tactical vest. This is a shotgun. This is a taser. This one I'm going to say is a laser rifle. Then he has a walkie-talkie, his helmet, and then his goggle. And a few of these I could be wrong on, but as you know, doing these videos is a way for me to learn. And one of the things I still have to learn a lot about is the different type of guns that we have out there. When it comes to the taser, we might be questioning why would the shock trooper come with a non-lethal weapon like a taser? Because it can be lethal sometimes. But the idea is that it's not supposed to be lethal. It's just to slow down or subdue the person without killing them. Then I was also thinking, well, if he has the taser, why does he need the batons? Well, the batons are a little bit better because they can be used as a weapon besides just the neutralizing aspects of it. But I was also looking into the fact that with a taser, some of them are handheld, so you actually have to get near the person to tase them. Then with the kind that actually shoots out the probes and has the cord, I don't know if that keeps electrifying the cord the whole time that you have the taser, or if it's just one burst. So with the baton, it's cool because, at least in real life, when you use the baton, they would have to grab onto the baton to try and take it away from you, and that way they're just continuing to shock themselves. And there's actually a guard that prevents them from being able to get to the handle that you're holding on to. So that would be one reason why you would want a taser, but also the baton could be used as a weapon, to hit somebody over the head a little bit easier, or maybe kind of like a sword, to knock things loose or something like that. But I also was thinking that if you don't mind me doing this, I came up with some ideas that I thought would be fun. True, they're not exactly like the 1980s commercials, because back then they had kids and better sets and everything, and I'm a 30-year-old playing, well, a little bit older because my birthday is coming up soon, but soon to be 35 years old doing it. But you guys have been really great supporting me and allowing me to have fun, so I hope you guys find this fun also. Then I was also thinking I should look at the 25th anniversary card of Cobra Commander. So if you don't mind me reading this, it says, Cobra Commander, absolute power, total control of the world, its people, wealth, resources. That's the objective of Cobra Commander. This fanatical leader rules with an iron fist. He demands total loyalty and allegiance. His main battle plan for world control relies on revolution, chaos. He personally led uprisings in the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and other trouble spots, responsible for kidnapping scientists, businessmen, and military leaders, then forcing them to reveal their top-level secrets. Cobra Commander is hatred and evil personified, corrupt, a man without scruples, probably the most dangerous man alive. So, from that, I'm thinking that if you're wanting to kidnap somebody and you don't want to kill them, then you would want the taser, because that would slow them down. And then, of course, the toy idea that I came up with would be another reason why you would want to use a taser. but also in Sigma 6, even though I wasn't much of a fan of the cartoon, but at least with the toy line I did like it. They have it where Scott, who is supposed to be General Hawk's son, I believe, because he never had any mention of a son before Sigma 6. He ends up being, I think, at school being captured or something like that. I tried to find the episode, but I couldn't find it. So, if you're wanting to kidnap a kid, or a scientist, or a businessman, or so on, then that's where the taser and the batons would come in handy. So what do you guys think?
This one will not be given the pleasure of an easy death. I want him alive.
When it comes to the LNWS, Laser Neutralization Weapon System, I'm going to say that he actually doesn't come with one, or at least not like one that we would expect to see in our real world. So this gun right here is what I'm using for that in my Joe-verse right now. Now the other thing I thought was interesting is that it's much like, in my opinion, when it comes to the Jungle Viper's gun, they're using the closest thing that they can to a real world word without actually using the real world item. So the other thing I thought was interesting is the fact that now I can see that there's a connection between this, in my opinion, and two gods. And those gods are Zeus and Thor. And here's a description of what Zeus and Thor are. What do you guys think?